All right, today I want to talk about deportation. But first, let's cut the BS. When you hear the phrase illegal alien, what's the first thing that pops into your head? Maybe a cartel member, a rapist, a murderer? Well, guess what? That's not your thought. That's propaganda being spooned to you. Can we talk about the hypocrisy here? Some of the loudest voices screaming out about immigrants are immigrants themselves. Donald Trump, his family, roots trace back to Germany. Two of his wives are immigrants. Stephen Miller, his ancestors come from Bulgaria. These are the same people pushing anti immigration policies while acting like they're purebloods. But here's the reality: overstaying a visa, crossing the border, those aren't crimes. They're civil violations like a parking ticket or a speeding violation. But I don't see anyone sending SWAT team after a soccer mom rushing to practice. No, instead, we're treating hardworking families like top tier criminals. ICE is locking people up, handcuffing them in front of their kids, dragging them off in vans. And in 2025, they've ramped it up like never before. ICE agents are rolling up in full military gear, face covering, tossing flashbang grenades, and like they're raiding some sort of drug kingpin. And who are they targeting? Not criminals. Mom and dads laying bricks on your construction sites, folks sweating over hot stoves, cooking your favorite meals, people who bust their asses off every day to give their families a better future. These aren't bad hombres. These are people making America work. And you know where they're taking them? My goodness, they're taking them to these hellhole called detention centers. Picture it: overcrowded cages, rotten food if there's any food at all. Medical care? Forget about it. People are dying in these places. And we're here pretending like it's business as usual. That makes all of us complicit. And yet we keep hearing all this BS about securing the border. Newsflash: the border is secure. The walls are up, the patrols are out, but so what? Now what? Where's the reform? Where's the plan to fix the system? Here's a little secret policymakers don't want you to know. Immigrants aren't the problem, they're actually the solution. They pay a massive amount of taxes. Undocumented immigrants alone chip in 96.7 billion in federal and state taxes every year. That includes 33.9 billion in payroll taxes for Social Security, Medicare, unemployment insurance. And you know what's insane? They can't even access those benefits. That's like paying a cover charge for a party you're not allowed to attend. Now, imagine creating a pathway to a work visa. Those numbers, they'd skyrocket. We pull in an extra 43 billion in taxes annually. The GDP would grow by 119 billion. Over 30,000 new jobs would be created. You want to talk about fixing a $37 trillion national debt? Immigration reform is the answer. But what's the agenda instead? Deport them all. Do you know what that would do to us? Absolute chaos. Fields left unharvested, homes left unbuilt, restaurants shuttered, food prices shooting through the roof. Deporting millions would cost us roughly $1 trillion. We would lose 90 billion a year in taxes, and the GDP would take a $2 trillion hit over the next decade. That's economic suicide. Sure, there's some people that would argue automation and higher wages will solve this shortage. Maybe. But you know what happens in the meantime? We're stuck with the chaos, the crisis, and the instability for years, if not decades. This isn't just about morality. This is about survival now. All right, that's my soapbox for the moment. Now go out there and rethink what immigration really means to this country.